subscribe for the very latest.
Bye, Daddy.
You don't know where you're going. You don't know where you're going all alone.
What we at? So everybody went for number 9?
Yeah.
All right, we back at Trump. Number 8.
Number 8. I had to do some research on this one because I didn't know anything about this one at the time. So, but when I did finally do some research, I had to put it on my list. It was Cicely Tyson as Jane Foster on East Side, West Side.
There's a protest meeting in the church on that very block today.
Well, let us go to it. Let's yell. Let's do something.
A couple of white faces at that meeting might help.
That is exactly my point. What are you going to do, Jane?
Well, I'm going to the hospital to see Ruth and Joe. They've been there all night and all morning. I'm going to try to persuade her to take a walk, go to see a movie, do something, anything to take her mind off waiting. If she wants to go to the meeting, I'll take her with me.
And she, of course, her role at the time, she was like one of the first Black people to lead a major sitcom on a network at that time. Well, she was one of the top characters at that time on a major network, so she made history with that. Plus, it's Cicely Tyson, man, so she's a legend. Yeah, definitely a legend in her own game.
That's what's up. Chuck, number 8. What you got, son? Influential Black characters on sitcom.
Moesha.
They say the first love is the perfect love. Something I won't know for 2 more months because my Amish father won't let me date or use electricity until I'm 16. But what's the difference? With this gigantic zit on my face, no boy will want me anyway. At least not one worth writing about. Dee told me to put toothpaste on it. Apparently she thinks it should be cavity-free and mini-fresh. Is getting in my business part of the stepmother job description? I liked it better back in the day when it was just me, Miles, and Dad. Well, it's getting late. I better say goodnight.
Moesha. Everybody see Moesha.
Yep.
Shout out to Brandy.
Yeah, Brandy. For obvious reasons, she's one of the best singers in modern era. But she also is a very underrated, maybe, depending on who you're talking to, but very, very talented actor who kind of start bridging that gap where, musicians can start to act in a sitcom and carry the show. So for that reason, that's why I put her at number 8.
Oh, Moesha. Moesha was.
Moesha
was. First of all, what's Moesha? 2000s?
Late 90s.
No, like mid 90s.
Late 90s?
Yeah, mid to late 90s.
Yep.
So we're going into 2000s.
Going into it.
Right.
College.
And she, I feel like Moesha was placed on a station, and it was in a position not to succeed.
That's true.
That is very, very true. Very true.
I believe it.
So for Moesha, now I'm about to lay this out real quickly. For Moesha to not only survive, because she was on UPN, right?
Yep.
She was on UPN. But not only for her to survive on a station to be one of the biggest shows on that station, then the spinoff.
Parkers.
Then you get the Parkers. And the Parkers last.
Nice run.
Man, a great run. Right? So through the Parkers, Moesha is still carrying on. That show is still carrying on. And just sticking with the character herself, she dealt with a lot of real teenage things. Right? A lot of issues, a lot of parent issues, a lot of daddy issues, right? Losing her mom. And she still stood on her business. Still was a great student. Still went to college, still had dreams. Then she wanted to be like a journalist or something like that. This show laid out a blueprint for those people who were teenagers to overcome obstacles. So I'll leave it at that. Moesha was a phenomenal character, for real. A great representation of what a black young lady, and I'm sorry, but Brandy's, from her music to her characters, she knew how to stay in a place where she was respectable, and it was age appropriate for her. Whoever was doing that for her, it was her management, whoever, her mom, they did a great job.
Yeah, definitely her mom.
Career, right?
For sure.
Her mom a trip, right? Shout out to
she gangster,
right?
Yeah.
She definitely graduated with a nice degree in thugonomics,
masters,
for real. Dang. So what we at? Number 8 is my turn, right?
Nah, did you Walt go?
Now it's my go. Who go?
Do I go last or?
Yeah, Walt goes last, so
Okay.
it's my go. Number 8, I'm gonna go with Florence from the Jeffersons.
Now, what did you say needed dusting?
Never mind the dusting. We could use a couple of drinks. Scotch?
Fine.
That's very good, Mr. Jefferson. You keep changing your mind like that, and someday, maybe you'll end up with one that works.
And someday, maybe, I'll end up with a maid that works.
I doubt it, because it ain't easy working in all this heat.
What heat?
All that hot air coming out your mouth.
Florence from the Jeffersons. And her character, man, first of all, Marla Gibbs is a phenomenal actress. She represented us well on TV. That's for sure. Florence, wittiness, the fact that she was a maid, right? But she had the gall, the audacity to act the way she was acting. Like she was just that. She had that confidence. Like, nah, I ain't just no maid now. You know what I mean? Like, I ain't just no maid. And she telling her, like, it gave people, it gave them the heart to say what they wanted to say. To see somebody on TV, one, she's a maid, but then she's a maid to a rich black man,
Sure.
right? But she still had the heart to say what was on her mind. There was nothing like that on TV, and she was slick with it. But before Jeffrey on First Person Bel-Air,
Jeffrey's killing it.
it was Florence.
that's facts. Yeah,
It was Florence. But just the Jeffersons alone, she stood out. And she was like my dark horse in this, because nobody's really thinking about Marla Gibbs and Florence and but she was very influential at that time, so I'm rolling with Florence on my number 8. Walt, what you got?
I picked Michael Kyle from My Wife and Kids.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Boy, what the hell are you doing?
I'm carrying my princess through the threshold.
Oh, that is so sweet. Why don't you ever do that for me?
I ain't gonna throw my back out again.
Yeah.
Good father. Great father.
Big reason why I picked him. I really, because when you was talking about how this thing went left with Tisha Campbell, I really liked. I know everybody says like she's a little extra, but I mean that's just part of who she is.
Right.
But on that show, I felt like they all did a very good job. I really appreciated the way that he dad. It wasn't like, oh, I'm gonna be a dad just like this, but it was clearly like, I'm doing this how I'm doing it.
Right.
I'm gonna be a father how I'm gonna be a father.
Right.
And I'm gonna be a dad how I feel what is right. Like they highlighted a lot of the things in the show of like that would really make you think about certain things, like the son being the artist, but being dumb, but being an artistical genius at the same time.
Right.
The little girl I mean, the daughter, the older daughter, Claire.
Well, they switched up real quick on us, by the way.
Yeah, real quick. They switched up on us real quick.
No, we like, wait a minute, hold up, son.
Yeah, son. But the show, I really appreciate like how they stuck with the characters, the interactions between everybody, and they show you like, all right, being a dad, like, because I grew up in a house with a lot of siblings, so I really appreciated, you know, seeing some kind of reflection in
right.
That.
Very, very, that cast that they built Michael Kyle around. Very, very great casting. Because to be around a Wayans, your pivot game when it comes to, you know, your acting, your improv game, everything got to be on point when you're around any type of Wayans.
Oh yeah, for sure.
He's the funniest Wayne?
Yeah.
Is he the funniest?
I get it.
He is.
He
is. He's the Wayans with the heart to say whatever he wants to say on his mind, and he don't care
for sure
what you think about it. You feel me? Like that. He's that. Not all the Wayans are like that. Damon's that. That's why he got fired up for Saturday Night Live.
Saturday Night Live, yeah.
Because he talking crazy. That's how he was, man. But I think that Damon Wayans would appreciate that, because, you know, I don't think nobody respects that his version of a black dad. He you know, that he was even if you really think about Michael Kyle, it's like they took Bill Cosby and made him funnier. You know what I mean? Because he would put his kids in positions that Bill Cosby did, that Cliff would do. He put them in positions, you know, like you know how they used to be, you know, like when Theo, they kicked Theo out and they put him in the real world. You know, stuff like that. Like,
that's one of the best 30 minutes you ever will get. You know,
right.
That's one of the best 30 minutes you'll get, I promise.
Right. But Kyle would do stuff like that. But it was funnier. You know what I mean? Like it was so funny. Like and the thing about Kyle's character, he enjoyed doing it. Like it was like the best thing of his day to teach his kids lessons. You know what I mean? So and you know, and Cliff was like that too, but he enjoyed it a little bit more.
Sure.
You know what I mean? Like he enjoyed it a little bit. But yeah, like, I mean, well, man, you definitely repping your dad well with these, man, because I know that's where they coming from. These are good characters, man. These are good characters.
You take your bags and walk out the door. You take your bags and walk out the door. You take your bags and walk out the door. You don't know where you're going. You don't know where you're going all alone. Take your bags and walk out the door.